Hi, I'm Kiki.
Hello, I'm Miki! And my mouse is on the screen. Go away, mouse. How do I turn that off? Hold on a second. I'm doing something I shouldn't be. How do I turn off mouse?
Should we just re-record this intro?
No. This is the intro. Do you see anything that says for mouse?
Oh.
Is it in my game capture properties? Ah! Capture mouse cursor! No, don't do that. Okay. Oh! I missed a line. Well, history. There we go. This is probably a good time to explore now that I think about it. Even though I studied the maps, most of the campus is unfamiliar to me. I glanced at my phone. Plenty of time before my next... Plenty of time. They forgot the S that time. Plenty of times before my next class. With a deep breath, I set off towards the nearest building. By the way, we turned the sound down a bit because we realized it was kind of loud compared to our voices. There is a group of students near the entrance, all swarming around something. Sorry, I yawned. As I draw near, I can hear someone talking over the sound of polite applause. I stand on my toes to get a better view of what's going on, but all I see is a flash of green. Sometimes I hate being short. As if on cue, a voice from the center of the circle speaks up.
Looks like we have someone who's having trouble seeing.
The crowd parts as they all turn around to look at me. Why would you do this to me, person? I immediately shrink back, but it's too late. In the center of the group stands a young boy with a hooded shirt and a deck of cards in his hand.
Hello. Don't be shy. Come forward.
That's played by a lady?
That still kind of sounds like a girl.
I think it sounds a little bit like a girl.
It's better than I thought it was going to be, though.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be an Orion from the English dub. Do you want to pull up the things we say? So this character... you just closed the tab! Could you? Oh my gosh. So this character is played by Casey Mongillo or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce her name. But she wasn't in too much, so there's not a lot that we can say. Like, of known things, people might know she was in Queensblade Rebellion, maybe, I don't know.
Time of Eve.
Nobody knows of Time of Eve!
What?
Red Dead Redemption she was in, and Star Trek Online, I guess. I don't know. She was in a lot of off things, but she wasn't in that much. I don't know if she's new or anything. Why would you pull up that tab of all tabs? Okay, anyway, moving on. He laughs as he motions for me to approach.
I saw you jumping up and down in the back.
Yeah, well, I'm kinda short.
My life.
My life even more, I'm shorter than you!
I know, not by much.
He laughs again.
Hey, me too. We should form a club.
Well,
Short
okay!
People Club!
Short People Club. Around us, a few people in the group chuckle. I know they're not laughing at me, but hearing them makes me feel small. Now, I just want to say, how could he know? How could he be short if he could see us?
He's also, you can clearly tell he's taller than us.
Yes.
How we're standing.
Sorry for being so forward, but do you mind sharing your name with me?
Yes. I take a quick breath to steady myself. Sion.
Sean.
Cyan.
That's a
Sean.
lovely name.
Okay.
I'm Benito, but you can call me Ben for short.
Sean. Okay. Alright.
Sean's a guy's name, isn't it?
Yes. But it's spelled S-E-A-N usually.
I've never heard someone spell Sean like that.
It looks like Sion.
Yeah.
Did he just not even speak
Did
his line?
they just miss that?
Oh, did they miss that line, or did he not get his voice implemented this far into the game?
I would be very sad.
This is the what is it?
It's
Early access.
They just
because-
added the voice acting.
Yeah. Not really. My eyes are drawn to the deck of cards in his hand. No doubt he's a magician. Is there a magic club on this campus or something?
Well, some people believe you can use psychic powers for luck, love, and all sorts of things. We're going to test psychic ability for you. Is that okay?
I glance at the crowds of students around us. They all look interested in what's going on. I can't really say no, can I? But I feel like I'm kind of being forced into this situation.
Can I also say how it's funny that the first two people they show have fully drawn faces and eyes, and then the two in the back, they decide not to and cover their faces.
And this girl just doesn't have an eyeball.
Yeah.
I guess so.
What I want is for you to think about a card for me. You don't have to make a huge production out of it or anything.
One of spades! Ace of spades! Ace of spades!
One of spades, yes!
Just close your eyes and block everything else out. Let it go dark and imagine the card in your mind.
He waits a brief moment as I think of a card.
Got it? Open your eyes.
He fans out the deck of cards in front of me.
Now, really focus on the energy of that card. If you think hard enough, you may be able to find it.
I frown. How am I supposed to just pick out a card?
Don't let go of that thought in your mind. Really focus on that card.
Focus on the card!
The heart of the cards! I reach in and pull out a random card. Why not?
Alright, don't turn your card over just yet.
Benito tucks the rest of the deck away.
Now, what was the card you were thinking of?
How dare I foil clubs!
Clubs!
It is Ace of Spades!
Turn your card over.
I turn the card over slowly to reveal a 4 of clubs in my hand. A girl next to me gasps and the crowd bursts into applause while I stare dumbfoundedly at the card in my hand. Benito takes it from me and holds it up for everyone to see and magically turns into an Ace of Spades!
Come on.
Looks like you really are psychic, Sean.
He smiles and hands me the card again.
You can keep that if you want.
I get to keep the card!
That's kind of funny.
How did you... He winks and puts a finger to his lips. Now, Sebastian?
You're the psychic one, right?
A girl pushes past me eagerly.
Do a trick for me!
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Where is my phone?
I don't know!
Well, let's have a look.
Benito takes her hand and I quickly melt back into the crowd. That's enough attention from strangers for one day. I turn my gaze back to the card in my hand. 4 of clubs. How did he do that? I turn the card over a few times before I give up and tuck it in my pocket. I guess if it were easy to figure out, it wouldn't really be much of a magic... I wouldn't really be much of a magic trick either, because, you know, I'm a person. Benito, huh? He looked awfully young to be in college, and he certainly didn't seem to be worried about getting to class on time. I glanced at my phone again and took more time than expected. Exploring the campus will have to wait. I arrived 10 minutes early and find a seat near the front. I learned a long time ago that the kids who sit in the front never get called on.
That's not true.
I never got called on and I used to sit in the front of my class.
Really?
Really?
Maybe that's just the teachers I have. My teachers just go, okay, I'm just gonna randomly pick people. Hello, front person, there you go.
Yeah, no, they usually call people closer to the back because they're not paying attention.
Well, yeah, I think that's because they aren't paying attention usually.
Hopefully that rule still holds in college. Behind me, I can hear a couple of students chatting with each other before class starts.
She told me that Adam Eaton was in her class this morning. I didn't even know he went here.
Jealous? I wish I had a class with Adam.
Why do they also like Junko?
I smile quietly to myself.
They all have like the typical like Jersey girl accent, like the cheerleader.
His first day, and Adam's already the center of attention. Some things never change. Stares off into distance. I just hope he hasn't gotten into trouble yet. He's probably gotten into trouble.
He's probably the principal.
The classroom door bursts open and Professor Cobalt strides in.
In ancient Greece, theater was divided into 2 distinct genres, comedy and tragedy. These genres were represented by the goddesses Thalia and Melpomene.
Is this history or is this literature?
I think it's theater. I don't know. Whoa, not even an introduction or anything? I guess not all college classes are the same. I hurriedly dig through my backpack and pull out a notebook and pen. Already the professor has begun to scrawl a series of names on the
Wait, you
chalkboard.
got here 10 minutes earlier, then you didn't take your notebook out.
I copied them as quickly as I can, barely able to keep up. So I took my phone out and started taking pictures. I would do that.
I think there's people that do that.
My teachers let me do that in my other classes, but that's like I haven't been in high school in forever, so it's like I think it was
No names.
sophomore year
Okay.
that I did it. Professor Cobalt continues his lecture for an entire hour without a pause. It was my history teacher.
Yeah.
As he puts his chalk down, he turns to face us for the first time.
Your assignment for tonight. Write a single-page summary of the Greek playwright of your choice. Due tomorrow. Include style, famous works, and his influence on modern storytelling.
Oh, shit.
There are strict style guidelines on the course website. Read them before you begin. If you have any questions, my office hours are also posted on the website.
He turns and strides out of the room as quickly as he entered. He seems like one of those uptight glasses characters. What? The room was silent for a few minutes until one boy in the back starts laughing nervously. Around him, a few other students join in. We're all thinking the same thing. Am I going to live through this class or not? I guess every professor is going to be different. This should be interesting. Whew. Eventually, the other students relax and begin collecting their
I am
things.
so dropping this class. There's no way I'm doing that much work.
I have to look at my phone.
Why do they all sound like
Lucky.
Yutko?
I need it for my major.
I'm surprised that someone would drop a course after a single day, but considering how fast-paced the first day was, I can't really blame her.
Wimp,
I have a paper cut!
stop hurting yourself.
I was like, wow, my finger stings. As I exit the building, I feel a tap on my shoulder. Is it Benito? Yes, I turned around and saw the camera before! Benito!
Ciao.
Oh, now he's speaking other languages. He gives me a quick salute. Why do they give salutes? Why do people give salutes?
I
in
don't
this
know.
school? You don't say hi. No, you have to salute. Military salute. I almost popped your headphone out. He gives me a quick salute with a smooth flick of his wrist. Hey, did you want that card back?
Actually, I wanted to see you again.
Oh, you're already liking us.
His line already cut off too. What for?
Are you interested in being a plant?
Like a sting plant? Like a undercover spy? Or a plant like a tree?
You're going to have to be more specific because right now I'm imagining myself dressed as a cactus.
Do you want to hang out in crowds and help me do a few tricks?
Oh, like incognito thing.
Yes.
Not tree.
Incognito fake magic trick child. I'm not really good with attention. Couldn't you tell how nervous I was before? You kind of forced me into it. I don't like people.
Don't be silly, you were great today.
Benito waves his hand casually. I just realized I've been actually clicking this whole time, so there's been loud clicking sounds. Thank you. Why do you need a plant anyway? You seem to do fine on your own.
I try. But there are a few tricks here and there that require a helper in the audience. Think of it as rigging the deck.
Isn't that illegal? I mean, couldn't you ask one of those other kids? Because...
They don't have the right look. A plant has to be plain and not stand out. Otherwise, it's too obvious.
Rude! So rude! The amount of rude is so high right now!
Oh, you took offense to that.
So high rudeness. I feel a little deflated. And you want me because I look plain.
Well, yeah, I mean...
He freezes mid-sentence as he sees my expression. I know I'm no superstar, but telling me I'm plain is no way to get on my good side. Benito's face lost his childish expression. He looks serious, and for a moment I see a flash of thoughtful maturity.
Note to self. Don't call people plain, even if you mean it as a compliment.
I'm not entirely sure how you thought anyone would take that as a compliment.
Most people have a sort of air about them. Something that screams, please notice me. They're desperate for attention, and it shows in the way they dress, move, and speak. But you're different. You don't look like you want attention. You shy away from it.
I thought you were doing it on purpose!
But yeah, I do hope they fix this.
I am doing it on purpose.
Please leave me alone.
It's just, I wish I didn't have to. Wish I was okay with being surrounded by strangers. But I'm not. Anyway, I'm busy with school, and I don't really know if I can take on a job late now.
Well, think about it. I know you'd be great.
I'm already busy anyway. I'm like this famous makeup star. No, kidding. Would you tell me how you do all your tricks? Benito pauses to think, and finally he comes to a decision. If you be my plant, I will tell you!
Not all, but some,
Oh.
sure. You'd learn plenty from helping me anyway.
Oh, he's actually kind of nice.
Okay then. I pull out the 4 of clubs from my pocket. First things first, how'd you do this?
Are you saying you'll help?
I'll help you once, at least. He laughs and pulls out a deck of cards from his back pocket.
That trick's a bit of an obvious one, though.
He fans the deck out for me.
Every card in the deck is a 4 of clubs.
Yeah, but how'd you get me to think of the 4 of clubs in the first place? He winks and tucks the deck away.
You must just be psychic. Anyway,
What a
I'm sure you
jerk.
have somewhere to be, so I won't keep you. Text me later, okay?
I don't even have your number!
Flash his phone.
Where's
Here's
your
your number!
number? He points to the card in my hand.
It's there.
I glance down to see a phone number scrawled across the front of the card in black marker. How? The smile on his face tells me that I'm not going to get the answer.
So you were trying to hit on me this entire time. That's what this was.
He offers another smooth salute goodbye before turning and leaping off the stairs, down the stairs.
What
up the
stairs? You're in the middle of a plaza.
Goodbye! That is the end of this episode!